Hello, ladies and gentlemen. LMG here, and welcome to Terra Invicta. It's actually from the modders that did the Long War. Remember, we covered that on the channel before. I have played hundreds of hours of Long War mod in XCOM. They actually did get, that mod was so popular, they got paid by Fire Access to deliver a mod for XCOM 2. Later on, to form their own studio, Pervanis Interactive. Got a very successful Kickstarter for about 250,000. I did actually play the demo a little bit before, but this just came out today, about maybe 10 or 11 hours ago, and I've already played it for about 8 or 9 hours. It's good, but there are some caveats. There's a couple things I've noticed that are not quite right. I mean, this is early access, I get that. Bit of a pricey price tag though, because it's going to be about $39, about $40 American. Right now, about 10% off, so about $5 off if you get it. Pretty positive reviews. It was a little bit of a review bombing, I guess, by Chinese players, because Taiwan is put on here as a country. Well, that's actually correct. Taiwan is a country. It is. I know you don't want it to be, but it is. So, there we are. So otherwise, generally been pretty positive received. Now, there is a couple things wrong with it. We'll get into that. I will say, for starters, the tutorial, I noticed in the demo, I saw a couple reviews that comment upon this. The tutorial is utter crap. And often I will get advised by these counselors, they're kind of our agents in the world, to do stuff that I can't actually do. It's kind of a little bit of annoying at that point, but graphically, let's start on that. It is pretty. And you think that this is like a, paint the map, kind of like Crusader Kings, like that. Oh no, this is in depth. This is a lot going on. And you think it's just on Earth. Oh no, let's keep going. Oh no, keep going. We got more. Now, it is just our solar system. And as you can see, the game has so much going on under the hood. And I played for about 9 hours, and I'm only a couple years into the game. Yeah, it starts out about the same time as right now, 2022. Even so, correct. Now, they've lumped some of the states into, they don't have every single country. Some of it's lumped a little bit together. But actually, let's go in here. So much so that the war in the Ukraine is still going on, and actually Russia's still doing horrible. But also, one thing I've noticed also bug-wise, I started a war, maybe a World War III, just for funsies, because I was testing stuff out. I took over Israel, had them invade Syria, and then China, the US, China, Russia all got involved, so I figured World War III. Israel had an army, so I sent them in there. They were doing well. And then Russia nuked Syria and my people. So now Syria, what actually isn't showing it right now? I think it's under here somewhere. Might have to go into regions. Yeah, there is a lot to pack under. Oh, there it is. Yeah, there is nuclear fallout now. Let me struck by one nuclear barrage. So everything is going to go downhill. I don't think that's going to get cleaned up anytime soon. But there were no political ramifications. I kind of freaked out the minute that Russia launched the nuke. I figured everybody else is going to launch a nuke. No. No one even cared. Yeah, no one even cared, and it was just so beautiful. Even actually launching a nuke, because we actually have control of North Korea here. And we'll get on how to take control of all this. There's a lot to unpack in this one. Actually see, can I? Yeah, the button's up here. The game never actually even mentions this. But we actually can. Yeah, if you're at the country you kind of control the control points of, has nuclear weapons. Yeah. But there's really no consequences. But if, they have advanced defenses, they will stop that. But, yeah. No consequences, which feels a little weird. And the United States came to help, but what would they do? They got to right here, and then they went back to Washington, and then they came back, and they did that for many years, until I finally just decided to end the war and call it a truce. But alright, let's get really into packing in the game. As you can already see, there's so much going on. I have it paused right now because otherwise, a lot of stuff happening. Now, there are, I do believe, 8 factions. We'll actually go into the intel here. A little quick and look. Or is it 7 factions? I think it's 7 factions. Because we're actually playing as Resistance. And I feel like some of these factions, they're not different enough. Because this faction, Humanity First, they want to eradicate the aliens and all who support them. But the Resistance were pretty much fighting the aliens. I mean, that's a little more extreme, but... And the initiative here, they want to exploit the alien rival to gain more power. Fair enough. I can see it happening. And these guys, they want to support the aliens by any means necessary. Alright, fair enough. Protectorate. This one is kind of confusing because they just want to protect humanity by doing whatever the aliens want them to do. So that's... They're kind of similar, right? And the Academy, they want to convince the aliens that they're equals, scientifically. And then Project Exodus, their brilliant plan is to escape the aliens by sending humans to other star systems. Wouldn't they just follow you, though? I mean, that's my theory. And then you'd actually get... They also just have pie charts, graphs, etc. I also got an atrocity. Apparently I got a war atrocity in that war with Syria. Through a random event. No fault of my own, mind you. It looks like a couple other people did get atrocities. Environment, global warming, etc. Earth population, space population, GDP. Yeah, there is so much under the hood here. Alright, but let's go into this. We're playing as Resistance. We have a couple campaign objectives, which we haven't gotten in to be able to do yet. And we have some general objectives. And each faction will have different objectives, of course. And then let's go over the toolbar here, because yeah, there's a lot to unpack. And you'll notice, I'm not a big fan of this over here. Because it just shows you anytime something comes up here, you'll get a notification on the left. But so much stuff comes up that oftentimes I miss stuff. Because there's just so much, I haven't bothered to look at it. You're just kind of like, oh my god. But hopefully from this video you also get what not to do. I'm going to go over some mistakes I made. Because I definitely don't think, I'm going to play through this run, but I definitely know it's not going to be a winner. Because I have made some crucial mistakes. But our income has actually been very good. Yeah, we're actually getting pretty good on the income. Influence is okay. And influence you can use to gain control, politics, other stuff like that. We'll get into that. Political capital, basically. We're not getting as much because I have a cap on our administration. I'm over that right now. I control too many things, which also makes us vulnerable to being taken over from other factions. But I'm working on it. And ops, you need to generate ops income so you can actually, you do that through research. So you can actually go form operations against the aliens, etc. And boost is very important. I didn't really figure that out until later. Boost is a major factor. Boost is is basically the currency you use to do a lot of space operations, etc. Now we only have about 2.3 boost, which is really not a lot. And you get that from various space centers. Because right now we actually control, yeah, all 3 points of Canada. So basically we control Canada. So for lulz, I don't actually know if they have a spaceport. I'm going to say I doubt they actually do in real life. But they do have a spaceport now. So we are getting a little bit from them. Next up, I might think about nuclear weapons. I don't know. I think that would be nice. Right, and unfortunately, yeah, we only have one mission control point. Unfortunately, it's being used right now because I have a habitat up in space. But to build any other stuff, I need more mission control. And I don't own any property that has any mission control. Like you can see here, we've got... Like if we had the Kennedy Space Center. Or other areas like that. So unfortunately, I didn't really figure that out till later. And the AI does seem to have a definite advantage, I would say. It's a little... We're playing on the normal difficulty. The entire game, I have not made any headway to the United States. But the Academy has gotten four out of the 6 control points. And if I try to even influence a little bit, nothing. Nothing at all. I mean, that could be because maybe I've got crap counselors, but it's just, yeah. Right now, we've got about 13% public opinion in there. It's not going great. I'm trying, but I have to keep it. If I even want to maintain 13%, I have to keep somebody in there constantly. So it's not too easy. Yeah, so America is a big control point you really want to have, but the entire game, and likewise, like the UK, Russia, China, all the big ones, I have not even been able to scratch the surface. Because resistance starts out at a down point with less resources. But yeah, it's been kind of discouraging in that regard. These are our research points. How much research we're generating daily. You see we got some from faction headquarters, counselors, from nations, and distribution bonuses. And this is our administration cap. We're a little bit over, so this is costing us influence per day. But I really don't want to cut down anymore. As you can see, I kind of thought it was hilarious to take over really small countries, which I should not have been wasting my time on, probably. Like, we have Guatemala, Honduras, Belize, El Salvador, Panama, Costa Rica. I think I started with Mongolia. Yeah, Mongolia. Eventually, if you do fund these enough, they actually can get armies, spaceflight programs, and nuclear weapons. So it's going to take Mongolia a while. Probably not something you want to try right away. As you can see, various countries control everything. This is a lot to unpack. I'm going to try to make this as simplistic as I can, but it is a beast. And these are actually stuff you use for space construction, etc. I haven't really gotten to that point yet, because I'm still working on trying to get something to the... I need 3.5 boost to get on the moon. Which they call Luna here, and people have been upset about that. I think it's fine, but... Right, let's go check out the moon. Which is around here somewhere. And also, apologies if I do not know where a certain country is. Wow, you just do not remember where certain countries are. Moon says there we go. Let's just go over. Sometimes I count because it actually was a little bit closer. I thought it'd be farther away. At least on the map. Actually, there are a bunch of sites. We could get that, but yeah, I need 3.2 to launch. To get a platform on here so we can start getting materials. So that's our next step. Right now I do have one habitat. It takes a while to get. I can't actually add anything. Oh no, I can actually now. Ooh. I have enough now. Oh. That is... I kind of want to save it though, but ooh. We really do need a space dock though. So then we'll be able to build ships in space. Oh, that is a tricky one. Man, I don't know. It's gonna take us basically forever to get 3.5 anyway. You know, that wouldn't be terrible. You know what? Since we're resistance, the Onology lab was not horrible. Oh, we need to actually... I guess we do have to power it first. That would make sense. So we get a solar collector. Alright, you know what? That's fine. Alright, so that'll take 30 days. Okay. So we have a little bit of that going on. Gone over that. From the solar system. But let's get to the council. That's where all your agents to do various things. And of course, as you noticed, you can rename all of these as well. And they do all each have different skills, which you can upgrade as you go along. Because there's XPs, you can gain traits, remove certain traits, increase attributes. These are going to be basically everybody that's running your missions, etc. And you can also get organizations, which some of these are actually Kickstarter backer designed, to give you boosts, increase, etc. to your faction and to these characters. And they all each have their monthly stuff they bring in as well. So very well worth it. And they run missions. In the beginning, they run missions about every week. But later on, the game takes longer on the turns. So right now, it's about twice a month. About every 2 weeks. They do have loyalty, so you want to check on them. They could betray you. Eventually, if somebody runs any missions. You don't have enough XP to do anything. Mr. Giggles. A little bit of an Elon Musk there. That's alright. Making a ton of money for us, which is very nice. Investigation. Yeah, you will spend a lot of time just setting everything up on the initial run. Just even at the start. Okay. And we can also build ships as well. I do actually have one. Well, we can't really build it. We got to build a space dock first. Let's go into a little bit of the ship design. Yes, we'll just look on here. What do we want this for? Troop carrier, explorer, colony ship, maybe a fighter. A little bit of a corvette. And this will get really in depth. And click up here for maybe a nose weapon. Keep that on. We're going to need a drive though. Check the various speeds. You'd have to go to a very certain speed to even get out of orbit or go very far into the system. That's something you want to keep an eye on the design, and the game will warn you of that. You actually, ooh, that's not terrible. Need more propellant tanks. We're not gonna use this. We'll just show it off. You do have to have everything, a slot and everything, though. There's just some basic stuff. We'll just go aluminum. Or aluminium. Depends on where you're from. Right now that's 3.8, so we would need more propellant tanks. That would take about 3 months to make. We're also going to need armor. The game does tell you don't make armor on your front there. But you do need at least basic stuff, even if you don't put a point into it. Alright, so we have a nice little ship there. Can we rotate? No, but that would be nice. Yeah, this could defend around, but it wouldn't be able to really go too far. Yeah, we'll save it. You can auto-upgrade those as well as new tech pops in. But let's talk about tech, because the tech is actually very interesting. Because you actually have global research, and everybody funds it. Or you cannot fund, like right here, I'm not funding any of this. The caveat is, whoever puts in the most points for this gets a bonus from that tech. Everybody gets all the techs. But the faction that does the most gets a bonus from that, and you get to choose the next one. So, if you, like I'm saying, the resistance, I want to invest more in weapon technology, I will choose that, and everybody has to kind of, go along to get along. But these guys have been really doing a lot of stuff for space because they really want to go out, space and science, etc. And then we have a couple of engineering projects of our own that we can work on. And let's just show off the tech tree, which is actually literally insane. It is crazy tech tree. I think it takes a second to load. Oh no, there's more. There is so much more. It goes on and on, my friend. It is. I have never seen the like on it. I've seen a lot of tech trees in a lot of games like this. But man, that is impressive. I love it. So much to do. Beautiful. Also got a kickin' soundtrack I do have to add. Alright, now that I've been rambling on for about 20 minutes, and I have basically given you a dummy version of, you can go into so much more complexity in this game. But even to explain the basics, it took me 20 minutes. And I glossed over some stuff. Alright, but let's actually speed up time. It does actually have up to 5 times speed. I generally go 3, though you might want to go 4. Because the game does go off at a snail's pace. It does go quite slow. Right now we're doing some public campaigns to get our public opinion up a little bit. In Mexico and Canada. Only control 1 point in Mexico.
We're winning their hearts and minds.
Okay, so public opinion in Canada is 43%. Very nice. I'm going to keep that on the lockdown. So a lot of this initially, and a lot of you might be thinking, I've heard people talk to me as well on the live stream we did earlier.
We've moved the needle.
That Long War modders, they really thought it was going to be an XCOM game. It's kind of got the XCOM spirit, but it's more like a grand strategy Stellaris kind of deal. There's no turn-based tactics. There is space warfare, but we're not going to be seeing that anytime soon. Alright, Mexico's gone well. Sometimes the tool thing up there doesn't show right away. You have to really kind of mess with it. Yeah, in about 8 or 9 hours, we've had some alien ships fly by. A couple of them crash landed because apparently they're really bad at parking. They've abducted a couple of people, but we don't even know what they look like yet. That's in like 8 or 9 hours. It is impressive. Yeah, why don't we speed this up a little bit to get to the next thing there. I can see time is flowing. All the numbers are ticking up. Working on that next tech. Okay, supply depot project is done. So now we'll be able to build a supply depot. So then our ships can take on supplies, etc. No problem. New project available. Light hydrogen containment project. Alright. A lot of times it'll say take me there when you're already on the screen though. It's confusing. A couple of these are just repeatable stuff. Like if we wanted to raise our cap for the administration. Which is not honestly a bad idea, but we've got a lot of other stuff to do. Could build a social science lab. Now that, because they are actually dropping xenoflora on the planet occasionally, that starts growing, that could be very bad. We've been able to fight it off so far. That's not bad, but that's 5,000 research. That is, not nothing. Maybe go for something that would just generate us money. That would influence. Okay, that's not bad. 10% bonus to ship's exhaust velocity. I would not say no when we get a ship up. We'll keep our eye on that. Atrocities not doing terrible. I wonder if I could pull my funding from there. I mean, I kind of want to contribute to it, but we're not going to get the bonus. We're not going to contribute as much as them. We'll leave it as is for now. Alright, so a lot of this is the main part of the game right here. We're not doing too much in space, because, yeah, we just had that one space dock. We're building a solar collector to power all the stuff we can do. Alright, now we're in the assignments part. And later on this we'll come across, like the AI is suggesting, there's Myanmar. Also, I come across as a dumb YouTuber, but where is Myanmar? Could you point to it on a map? Because I have no idea. It will often suggest stuff that it won't tell you where it is. It doesn't let you click on the link where it is or anything. I mean, I have no idea where Myanmar is. So, that, I feel like that needs at least a tooltip to, if you want me to do something. Otherwise, you're going to spend a while looking. I'm not going to try to look where Myanmar is. Alright, Mr. Giggles. If we want to get a control point, there's still one more control point, but I don't think we can't be able to. And they're all defending that, because that is just gravy right there. And public opinion is down again. 62%. We'll throw some money at that.
I will try to sway the public.
So let's see if is there any more organizations I can buy. No. Sadly, no. Okay. We're gonna look for alien activity as well. Yeah, there's also a lot always going on the camera. Sometimes you will just miss stuff. We did also launch a probe to Mars. I don't think that's coming, getting there anytime soon. I were the aliens, where would I be though? The game did suggest Nigeria earlier. I mean, maybe look.
Setting a watch.
Ready.
Okay, you've actually got quite a bit of stuff to do. Oh, do we have some alien activity? They're in the Baltic states. We need 5 op power for that. We have that. Why don't we go check it out?
We'll see what we can find.
Where to?
Okay. Also our diplomat. Resistance 43% up here. Maybe we double down on America here. Now, Alpha Fine, you want to make sure you're double clicking, because sometimes it will bring up a random country, and if you're not paying attention, you will go do a mission in a random country that you did not want to do. That's one thing to keep an eye on. And I also give credit to developers. I think I've seen 3 hotfixes today. That's very on the ball. Very nice to see. They're keeping busy. Yeah, let's try it.
We'll make our appeal.
I'm here.
Okay, so we were advising Israel, giving them a little boost. What's our opinion in Israel anyway? Only 12%. Well, I feel like we own that. That should probably be... Yeah, why not? That won't even
Making our
cost us any
case.
money. Not terrible. And now I think we've got everybody. I did try to invade South Korea in the war because an event happened, so they went to war. And North Korea got its butt kicked, so I left. Not finding out until the nuclear button until later. But also, apparently I did trigger the achievement for nuclear winter. Though, I mean, I think that should go to Russia. That was not me. But anyway. Alright, so that's a confirmed assignment. And then we go speed of time again.
On Overwatch.
Okay, so I also love that it's on Overwatch, a little nod to, XCOM. That's cute. Alright, so you're looking for activity. Nothing really going on, though. Saltwater battery project. Okay. Anything unlocked? Yeah, this is a majority of the time you're spending here. Making
People will
decisions.
come to our side.
Alright, Israel is up.
The people will come to our side.
Alright, United States is up a little bit. Yeah, that
Public
is a
sentiment is increasingly with us.
19%, okay. I'm having to double team it. Maybe I can invest some money in Canada's army. We actually could. I believe in Canada's army. Alright, so we'll give that a little bit of a boost.
We found something.
Okay, so we get a boost to our... We don't really find anything interesting. We get a bonus to our xenology research. So it's like 1 point. Nothing sexy or exciting. And actually, this is okay because I gave up Armenia. I feel like this is semi-confusing because I actually abandoned Armenia, which for a while it says it leaves it vulnerable. You can have Armenia. Not even Armenia probably wants Armenia. Apologies to anyone watching in Armenia, though. Okay, so we got new markets. Anything? And also new alliance. Turkey and Japan have formed an alliance. Okay. Didn't expect that one, but alright. So there's more organizations, but nothing we can afford. It's all influence. Quite a bit of it. Alright, Jim, I think I will leave off here, though. I just want to give you a basic first impressions. A little bit of a dummy guide to starting in this. One thing I would focus on bigger nations with mission controls and boost points rather than, yeah, like they want me to go Libya, go stabilize Libya. It's really not that important. That would be the nice thing to do. It wouldn't really gain us that much. But yeah, focus on the big countries. Boost points, supply, you want to get into space, etc. Or you can just have fun with it. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. Just kind of screwing around, see what I can do. I mean, it is a heavy price tag, I think, for early access. It is 90% done. I think they could do a lot more with this, though. There is a lot of great stuff. Like, I feel like there should have been consequences for launching a nuclear strike. I think everyone should have started launching it or something. But... yeah, there's a lot of good here. I do really enjoy this one. I can't actually put it down. Yeah, so it's a good time. I would give it a soft recommendation. On the caveat, if you enjoy really, really in-depth strategy games. I spent about half an hour trying to explain the basics of it. And there's even more under the hood. I think it's after 8 hours. I don't even understand yet. So... if you want to spend a lot of hours at a game, I think you will get a lot of enjoyment. It does already have a Steam Workshop. So I think there will be a good modding community for this. I'm definitely excited to see what they do with this one. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to hit that like button. It does help out a lot. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you guys next time.